Hey everyone, it's Coolkid here, back for another One Piece chapter review, chapter 1056, and I still can't believe that we're still in Wano. Well, not for much longer, but yeah, I don't really got much else to say before the chapter review, so let's get started with the chapter review. But, of course, as always, we must look at the cover page here with two cover pages, so, okay. To explain. So, for some of you guys who watched my last chapter review or some other people's chapter reviews, you might know this, but in case if you don't, last week they had a one-page comic tie-in for One Piece Film Red, which this chapter we are doing the same, and then we have the usual One Piece cover page to, you know, tie everything in. So yeah, I guess I'll first off with the one-page Film Red tie-in, which actually, by the time you're watching this video right now, One Piece Film Red is already out in theaters, both in Japan and France. I don't know why France is so damn lucky. Actually, dude, I was looking at Artur's Twitter from Library of O'Hara, and oh my god, France got like an actual legitimate big marketing for the film. Like, you can literally walk down the street and they just have signs and posters, and he's actually gotten like a couple just like really cool stuff from, well, to be fair, that's the premiere, I believe. Yeah, that's the French premiere, but either way, that's like, oh my god, that's a lot of stuff, even if it's just for the premiere. Like, heck, let's say if I went to, I don't know, whenever the US premiere is, they'll probably just give me a shirt and not all this stuff. I mean, it would be cool if they did, and it'd be also cool if I went to the US premiere, which, hey, Funimation, or, no wait, it's not Funimation anymore. Hey, Crunchyroll, how about inviting me to the English premiere, yeah? But either way, yeah, you know, all that has got me excited for Film Red, and I don't really know much about the film. I do know Artur did say that it's probably one of the best One Piece movies that he's watched, so very much high hopes for it. I just, God, I don't know. I really, really do like, you know, freaking, I do like the One Piece movies that are out, and if Artur is saying this is one of the best One Piece movies out there, and heck, he's even changed like his freaking profile icon with goddamn Uta with the Doflamingo glasses, so I do kind of find that funny, but if it's as good as it is, I can't wait to see it. And, you know, I'll be real with you, I'm the kind of guy who doesn't really care about spoilers. I know some people are, but if I get spoiled, I don't mind, and honestly, I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet, but I'm feeling like in the next couple of days, I'll just be scrolling YouTube, and my recommended feed will be like, oh yeah, here's this really spoilery moment from the film. I'm like, because I remember that happening to freaking a couple of months back for Dragon Ball Superheroes, which I hate the goddamn title, but yeah, for Dragon Ball Superheroes, I did see a couple of clips and a couple things got leaked for me, which actually in how many weeks? In about a week. Yeah, in about a week I'll be watching One Piece. You know, Dragon Ball Superheroes. So, you know, I'm genuinely excited to see it, and you know, I mean, we'll see about how excited or not excited I'll say about that film and this film, which I did watch One Piece Stampede. I remember watching with my friend Cyboy, like right before the pandemic and everything, and God, finally seeing this movie in theaters again. God, it'd be so cool. But yeah, that's all my excitement and hype for One Piece Film Red. Yeah, in this, looking at this one-page comic, which I should mention, it's not in the official release. I presume this is because it has to do with marketing, and because the film's releasing here on a later date, they probably don't want to have that stuff bogged down the official release, or some legal jargon that I don't understand. But yeah, it's got the title of this is the world's continuation, where we got, I guess, Uta dreaming or a flashback of a burning town, and then she wakes up, and then I believe she's saying in her head, "Can you believe it? Can you believe it?" And then she has a little flashback with Shanks and everyone, and she goes rummaging through her trash, pulling out a lyric that she threw away, and she's writing another to connect with this thrown away lyric, where it goes, "When I sing that song, it's a paper that you'll come together. I need you to hear it. I need you to believe it. Let's have faith in our trust. I can hold as long as I must until we meet again outside a dream." So yeah, this is probably something to tie in with the movie and one of the new songs that Uta will be singing in theaters and everything. So yeah, I mean that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, honestly, this and the last one's just been, what's the origin of this song that she'll sing in the film? I mean, that's cool and all and everything, and yeah, I'm sure this could be way more exciting, but it's a nice enough thing to tie in for Film Red, and just like with the last one, the corner has 3 issues in a row, so I presume next issue we're going to get with the next, One Piece, the next chapter of One Piece. This will be put out in front to put the third and final song, because I only think there's 3 original songs in the movie, or at least 3 original songs sung by Uta, or God, I know who the heck who's voicing Uta, but yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll just say this here. I'm actually just curious for like the English release, because is like the English VA to whoever's going to be Uta actually singing these songs, or are they just going to keep the Japanese? Because I know in some English novels, whenever there's songs, they they either keep the English voice actors singing it, or they just keep it in Japanese. So that varies from whoever's doing it. It varies from anime to anime. But yeah, look, I've already wasted I've wasted the first 8 minutes on Film Red bullshit. So let's talk to the actual chapter itself, the actual chapter's cover page, where we got here chapter 1056 cover page, continuing on with the Germa Double Six cover page series with Germa Double Six, an emotionless excursion, volume 15, Kakuri and Oven arrived. So yeah, I'm not going to lie. I think some people kind of forgot about this cover page. Like, oh yeah, we're still going on, because yeah, it's been like a good while since we went back with this cover page, but we're finally back, and we got all of the Gerba's siblings there getting ready to face both Katakuri and Oven, and yeah, I'm going to be honest. Do I think they have a chance? Probably not, because honestly, in this cover page, both Oven and Katakuri, they look pretty fine. They look fully recovered. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they might still be injured. Well, I don't remember if Oven got majorly damaged during Whole Cake Island. But either way, I don't think if they are fully 100% recovered, I don't think not even all of them together can take them down. But yeah, but hey, at least it's pretty cool that since Oven and Katakuri did stay behind on Whole Cake Island, at least that's a good excuse to put them back in this story or in this cover page. I'm actually curious where this this cover page series goes next, and we don't get delayed for another 2 months of let's just not see this cover page story. I mean, I don't know where this would go, but it's pretty cool that Oven and Katakuri are back in the story, even if it's just a cover page, whatever. Actually, wait, does this I presume this cover page story happens before the fall of Big Mom, where Big Mom is defeated and, you know, possibly killed and everything. I am kind of curious, but I presume that was before that. Well, actually, you know what, that's all I really gotta say about this cover page. I'm sure I already wasted even more time, got basically 2 or 3 minutes on this, but hey, look, this is a pretty cool cover page. I liked, you know, what this cover page has done and everything, but yeah, you know, either way, pretty cool cover page, and continuing on with, you know, the German Double Six story. So yeah, let's get started with the chapter itself. So the chapter starts off after the party slash festival at the flower capital is over, and we go to inside the castle at the flower capital, where we got freaking Raizo and Shinobu just both dried up as a corpse, which I don't remember Shinobu being hit by Green Bull's attack, but right, either way, but yeah, they were both freaking dried up as a corpse, and they're like, hang in there, Raizo, don't you die, Shinobu. Just look how gaunt you are. What terrible sorcery. And we got one of the Red Scabbers being like, as I hate to admit it, the man had a point. Kaido was a tyrant, but at the same time, his presence kept enemies away. And we got Kanamon saying like, alas, I am sorry. All of this happened while I was away in Curry. I had no idea. So, yeah, if you guys were wondering why, you know, freaking Kanamon wasn't in the last chapter, that's why. But, yeah, we got Nekomamushi's being like, hey, what is done and what is done is done. And the damage that was minimal, it's all thanks to Momonosuke and everything. And so, how is Osuru? And Kanamon basically explains like, okay, Bori Town was burnt to the ground, and Tsuru had a terrible burn on her face, but she is still alive and well. And we go to the ruined, burnt town of Okebore Town, where we got the old lady being like, oh, sure, is it true? Has King come back? Yes, although he has returned for the capital for now. You're from the capital too. You should go with him. I know. I want to be on his side. So, yeah, to stop here, I gotta admit, I completely forgot that Okebore Town did get burned up and everything. But, yeah, back to the chapter. We got Kanamon being like, I have to say, after 20 years, she's still so beautiful. And freaking Inarashi's reacting to this like, hey, I know dogs like cheese, but not that much cheese. And Nekomamushi's laughing this off. And we got Okiku being like, hee, so that's so sweet, Master Kin. And just Raizo dying in the corner being like, I wish I had a girl. And they're like, come on, just focus on your recovery right now, Raizo. And then next scene we go with Carrot walking in with Nekomamushi and Inarashi. And Carrot's like, hey, what's up? You called me Inarashi? Nekomamushi. God, I really do hate the English names they use for the official translation, but whatever. But yeah, Inarashi's like, there you are, Carrot. You will now be the new king of the Mokomo dukedom. And she's like, oh, king? Yeah, sure thing. Wait, what? Oh my god. Okay, let me finish this before I get into thoughts. But, yeah, she's like, wait a minute, king. Oh, there's no way. There's no way I can do that. And Inarashi's like, the truth is, Kat and I have decided to stay here in Wano and serve Lord Momonosuke as a samurai of the Kazuki clan. And Nekomamushi's like, Yugawa will be one of the few who's been outside the world who's been outside to see the world thanks to Luffy. That must mean you have some what we need in this new era. And Carrot, who actually makes a pretty good point, being like, yeah, but there are so many people who are, stronger and better to lead. And we got the three musketeers, and we got Shishelian saying, of course there are. Our job is to protect the country. And Wanda's like, I'll help here too. This decision was the two kings' decisions, Carrots. And I don't know which one it is, but I presume it's like a Mamushi. No, it's probably Hirashi. Or either one of them's like, most importantly of all, your heart carries Pedro's will in it. And Carrot's like, Pedro? To sum up, we're leaving Zoe into your younger hands. So, yeah, I'll stop here. And obviously, I'll talk about this way more because you guys have watched some of my videos, especially the who the next Straw Hat video is going to be. You know my thoughts about Carrot as a Straw Hat and everything. And I don't think Carrot's going to be a Straw Hat, okay? I'll talk about this way more later. And, one other thing I'll talk about just now, that them deciding that they are like, okay, Carrot, you should be the one to lead because, you left with Luffy. So that makes you obviously a great leader. And also, not just that, you carry Pedro's will, which wasn't his whole point is he wanted to leave out to sea with the the Roger crew and everything. So I mean, okay, look, I don't know, when I just saw them say that, I was like, what? Whatever. I have more to talk about this, but I'll do this later because I definitely do want to talk about this more. So in the next scene, we go with Momonosuke and Hiyori finally meeting with, their grandfather, Sukeyaki. And they're like, grandfather? And Sukeyaki's like, yes, I am Odin's father. I'm sorry, children, I'm sorry. Thank you. And they're like, no, wait, then he says, you truly do look like Odin, Momonosuke. And they're both like, grandfather, we lost our parents. Just knowing that another relative is still alive brings us such relief. And he was like, I feel the same way, so please don't apologize. And Sukeyaki's like, well, I presume all of you were aware, and the Red Scabbards, of course, no. And we got Kawamatsu saying, who would wear a Tengu mask when there is no festival? How strange. And Dendro's like, well, you didn't seem like an ordinary blacksmith. And we got Okiku being like, well, I just thought it would be kind of rude to reveal. And Sukeyaki's like, I'm sorry, put you in that room. Meanwhile, we got Kanemon in the corner just thinking to himself, big, like, wait a minute, he was Lord Sukeyaki all this time? I had no idea. I thought my heart was going to leap out of my chest. Well, at least he's alive. And also, yeah, dude, I just freaking love this joke of Kanemon being kind of dumb. But yeah, Sukeyaki continues saying, I have things that I can teach you, but that's all I'm good for now. So after that, please resume my seclusion from the public. This era is yours to build. And Kanemon's like, yes, sir! Just knowing that you're still alive is a source of great strength, even though I'm still shocked. And after that, we go with the Straw Hats, where the first thing we hear is Frankie being like, what? Pluton is in this country? And Robin's like, yes, I was unable to see it for myself, but it is here. And Frankie is like, man, I can't believe the thing is actually here. And Luffy's like, isn't that the one that Frankie burned the plans for? And Robin responds, that's right, the ancient weapon Pluton, which bears the name of a god. Do you want it, Luffy? And Luffy in his typical answer is like, nah, I'm good. And Robin continues like, well, that's what I figured, but it still makes me wonder, why would Odin want to unleash such a thing? Ooh, such a mystery. And then Otama and a mysterious lady comes in, And she's like, what was that? You said that a mature young woman can be a devastating weapon. And Frankie's like, who the heck are you? And we find out this mysterious woman is, it's me, Shinobu. I know I got a little haggard from my incident. So yeah, freaking Shinobu is looking how she used to do with the flashback, which of course Sanji's just simping because it's Sanji. But yeah, we got Otama in there being like, hey big bro, I'm Shinobu's apprentice right now. I'm going to be a real tough by the next time you see me. Then you can let me join that crew of yours. And we got, obviously, Nami being like, Otama, you're so cute. And Luffy's like, sure thing, if you can use ninjutsu by then. Meanwhile, in the corner hiding, we see Caribou being like, I don't believe it. Pluton's in Wano. First Poseidon. Now this, I gotta let a certain someone know about this. Ooh, okay, so before continuing on, I'm not going to lie. I kind of forgot about Caribou. Because, I don't know, Caribou's that character where he shows up and then you kind of just forget about him and you're like, oh, yeah. And he shows up specifically for this important shit. He already knows about Poseidon. He knows about freaking Pluton. Yeah. He knows about Poseidon. He knows about Pluton. So, yeah. It's just crazy about all the crazy shit. Yeah, look, I wouldn't be surprised if he finds Uranus, which actually probably is going to find Uranus or just be by there when someone finally sees Uranus. But, yeah, but the question is who is this certain someone? I might talk about this more later, but having a feeling it might be Blackbeard, probably. But yeah, moving on with the chapter, we go to a couple days later where we got a visor talking to Momonosuke. He's like, Lord Shogun, we have the reconstruction plans from each of the domains now. As for the funds that are needed. And, it's just Momonosuke, quietly moving along the distance with people being like, Lord Shogun! And then Momonosuke goes into this room where I presume the Straw Hats were staying at. He's like, hey, Zoro, would you teach me some sword fighting techniques? Zoro? Luffy? Nami? Usopp? Sanji? Chopper? Robin? Frankie? Bonkichi? Oh yeah, I never learned Brook's name. Jinbei? Yamato? Where is everyone? And he goes up to Yori. He's like, hey Yori, have you seen Luffy's group anywhere? And she's like, oh yeah, they've already left. And Otoko is like, I missed them already. And Yori continues to say, they said their goodbyes to everyone this morning. He's like, what? They didn't say anything to me. And meanwhile, freaking goddamn Kinemon comes in and he's like, Lord Momonosuke, Kinemon, Luffy's group is gone. I just learned that myself. They said their goodbyes to everyone else, but why not us? okay. One, I do kind of find this funny. It's like, yeah, they say it to everyone, but Momonosuke, Kinemon, yeah, screw them. Who cares? But I don't know. I mean, I kind of find that funny, but dick move, guys. Dick moves. Saying goodbye to everyone except for, the two people who are from who've been on your crew the longest. Just, whatever. Screw them, I guess. But, yeah, we go to Takage Port where basically Law, Kid, and Luffy's crew, or the Straw Hats, the Kid Pirates, and the Heart Pirates are getting ready to leave, and Law's like, just pick a different day, Straw Hats. Our alliance is over. We're now enemies, which is kind of crazy to think. We've been in this alliance for about 10 years, and it's over. And Luffy's like, too bad, we already decided today. Kid's like, well, if we're going to all go now, let's just pick different directions. And Kid explains, like, Law explains that these needles from the log post are fixed to 3 directions: northeast, east, and southeast, which, kind of, when you think about it right now, it's actually kind of crazy. This is the first time, at least the Straw Hats, are actually using the log post to, navigate and, explore the, the new world, which, because they were going to use it in Fishman Island, because I do remember this. In Fishman Island, there were 3 islands. I forgot the name of them, but they were going to one of them, but then they got the call from Punkhazard, and they instead went there. So this is like the first of them actually using the New World log post. It's just crazy, I think. But we got back to the chapter. We got both Kid and Luffy being like, the Bill Ward East, and freaking Law just like, northeast. So I choose my path. And he basically explains, he's like, look, I'm going northeast, which means I'm the one who's moving furthest down the down the Grand Line. And I guess he's like, oh, you just picked the middle one because you think you're the one moving the furthest. How stupid and naive. Which we got this little map here, which cool, I guess, kind of, it's not always nice to get a little map. So, then Luffy and Kid, they literally draw straws to see who goes east. And, boom, freaking Kid wins the straw. And Luffy's like, no, I lost that straw. I'm sorry, everyone. And Usopp's just like, oh my god, freaking every direction is going to be danger everywhere. It doesn't matter which way you go. Just help us load up, Luffy. And Luffy's like, darn it, I lost. Even though I'm an emperor of the sea, I shouldn't even be losing. And Kid's like, oh, you're just going rubbing in my face. Especially when it comes to emperors, huh? There's only one who really makes me mad, and it's him. And then he pulls out a poster of, the Cross-Skilled, Buggy, Draco Mihawk, and Sir Crocodile in this new Cross-Skilled. So, yeah, the Buggy's new organization, the Cross-Skilled, being, well, I wouldn't say headed, but here's how they're structured. Because probably the big promotions, like, look, we got Buggy, the new Yonko, we got Crocodile, one of the warlords, another one of the warlords, Dracula Mihawk, but I'm pretty sure in actuality, like, Mihawk is just there to be like, dude, I just don't want people to keep messing with me, so as long as you can just keep people away from me, I'll join your stupid Cross-Guild. Crocodile's the one probably actually in charge, and Buggy's just the front man. He's just there for the hype or whatever. Yeah. And also we get the Cross-Guild, which actually, I wasn't the Runway Warlords live reaction to the chapter. I actually did joke, like, I did make a joke saying something like, "Oh yeah, the Cross Guild. This is the crossover chapter with freaking Fairy Tail, and next chapter will meet Natsu and Guild Art / low tier Shanks." So yeah, I made that joke. But Kid is just like the stupid genius jester Buggy, and Luffy's like, "What is this? It's Crocodile and Mihawk, and they're shown to be Buggy's followers." And Zoro's in the background. He's like, "What? No way, that's not possible for Hawkeye Mihawk. Nah, I just can't see that happening." And like, I don't know. I feel like in like Zoro's head, you got like Buggy being like, I am Buggy, one of the former warlords and new emperor. Join my crew, Mihawk. And Mihawk's like,
bullshit.
But yeah, I don't know why, but when I first read this chapter, I just thought of the bullshit Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise meme. I just don't know why when I read this chapter I thought that. Actually, you know what? Think about it now. Probably would have been, better or sound way better if I did with Zoro. But whatever. Who cares? We need to continue on with the chapter. So yeah, we got Law being like, well, if he's got those two men of their stature working for him, he is deserved to be what's called an emperor. And meanwhile, Luffy's just like, no, you don't get it. He's an idiot, okay? I know that. I just love it. Luffy's Law's like, with them, with those two guys on his crew, no wonder he is so threatening. He just truly deserves to be called an emperor. And Luffy's like, no, dude, you just don't get it. He's an idiot, okay? First and for all. And Luffy's, okay, yeah, should be continuing back with the chapter, but yeah, Luffy's like, how the heck did even that happen? And Kid's like, well, it seems like the Cross Guild he leads started putting bounties on Navy's heads. Oh my god. The Navy has been used to do all the chasing, but these days they are to fear assassinations from civilians. Ooh. I definitely want to talk about this, but the chapter's almost done, so yeah, continuing on. While we're stuck in this closed nation, the world around us has changed quite a bit. No complaints from our perspectives, of course. Once we set foot outside Wano, we're here to fight to the death like all the others. And Law throws a sheet of paper towards Kid and Keller. And Kid's like, what is this, Trafalgar? And Law's like, it's a copy of the road poneglyph. You just as much as a right to it as we do. Only a traveling man would sneak it out to have a head start. And freaking Killer's like, so Kaido does have one of them. It's the same thing we took off of Big Mom's general. What? Oh, I'm almost done with the chapter, so I'll get into it. But I'm like, what? But, yeah, I feel like continue saying, fa. If we're going to put all our strength into this task, if we want to take part in this all-out war over the One Piece. And Kid's like, so do you mean find the man with the burn scar? That's not enough to go on. And Luffy's like, burn scar? What do you mean? Meanwhile, we get some shots of Law and Robin, curious and interested. And meanwhile, Kid's like, oh, you don't know? Sounds like we got an advantage over here. And Luffy's like, come on, just tell me. And that's the end of that scene. Then we go back to the Fire Capital with Momonosuke being like, are you gone too, Yamato? And meanwhile, on the roof, we got Yamato being like, is that you, Momonosuke? I'm up here. I've made up my mind. I guess I'll go to Luffy and his crew. I'm going to live the way that Kazuki Odin lived. Chapter and we have a week break, but still, chapter ends. So, yeah, first, because I do got plenty of things to talk about, but the first thing I really want to talk about is the whole situation with Kid. And I definitely want to talk about the man with the burning scar, but first, why a Big Mom's commander? Because, like, we do know that Kid has had run-ins with both Big Mom and Shanks. I don't know how much to an extent, but we do know he's faced off, like, a commander, as he said here. And just one of the commanders just has the freaking, etching of a road poneglyph of Big Mom's. Why? I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. Like, okay, she's like, I'm presuming they took it off Snack. Because, honestly, actually, maybe that's why Snack got kicked off being a sweet commander. Because, look, Snack, he didn't just lose to Kid in a Rouge. He lost one of the road poneglyph etchings. Big Mom's like, oh, no way, I can't allow this. And also, I'm sure Big Mom's like, wait, what? Why did I even give you the road etch shit? I mean, maybe I just had an idea. What if the reason why Snack or whoever, kid was fighting from the Big Mom pirates, what if they had a copy not for, because Big Mom said so, but they were going to sell out Big Mom. Ooh, I mean, Blackbeard, maybe? Yeah, they're going to sell it out to Blackbeard or whoever. Oh, that's very interesting. But yeah, even if it just gets mentioned like this and never turns out to be anything. But yeah, I think the main reason why Oda did this was so the Kid Pirates would have a rhyme. Because you gotta look right now. Luffy's crew has 3 rope clips. Law has 2, possibly 3. I've heard the take that, Luffy would be nice enough to give like a copy of the one they got off of Big Mom, Big Mom's rope poneglyph. So, maybe 3, but for right now I'm just going to say, well, maybe 3 or 2. And Kid, right now, if you didn't get that one for Big Mom, he would only have 1. He wouldn't be that much in the lead, but still 2, he is still behind. So yeah, and speaking of that, finding the man with the burn scar. Okay, that is very interesting because this was the translation. Because like in the unofficial release, I'll pull it up real quick. Let me just look it up. But yeah, this was like the one that I was really, really damn curious on who it could be, or not who it could be, but like exactly how the unofficial is translating this. So the unofficial says you want to go after the man marked by flames, and it's got a little, note saying the phrasing here is unique, can apply a burn or a scar shaped like fire. Ooh, okay. So I was really curious. So instead of being one or the other, it's actually a burnt scar, a scar of a burn. So it's very interesting. And I don't know, reading this, the first thing obviously I thought, I was like, oh, Sabo? Okay, but why would they be talking about Sabo? And he's supposedly dead, so I don't see why. Because they're right now talking about the race to find the One Piece. They're looking for a certain someone to help them. And Tekken 101, he did a chapter review of this, and I really like the angle he took. It's like, okay, what if there was another survivor, a survivor from Ohara that was able to read a poneglyph? Because obviously we know Robin survived, but what if there's someone else from Ohara was able to survive, and he kept his head very, very low, and obviously he probably would have an easier time hiding than Robin, because Robin was obviously very publicized and everything, and obviously the Marines knew Robin escaped because of Aokiji and everything, but to this mysterious man, maybe he just financed a draft or whatever, floated off and kept himself very hidden, and there's rumors around that he can read, there's someone with a burnt scar that can read poneglyphs and everything, but he doesn't show up very often. Either way, I think that's I really do like this angle, because right now they're talking about someone who can help them find the One Piece, and right now I just don't think I can see anyone right now like that we know of that has a burn scar that can help them find the One Piece. Because what would Sabo exactly help with finding the One Piece in some kind of fashion? Unless if he's like, I know where one of the last rope goes at. But it would make more sense if they're talking about someone who can read a pongo. Because you gotta remember, Luffy's crew can read poneglyphs fine, but Kid, Law, heck, even all the other Yonkos, as we know of, don't have any way of reading poneglyphs. So it would be very important for Kid to look for someone who can read these poneglyphs. He absolutely needs to find someone who can read it. And someone who has a burn scar that's possibly a survivor of Ohara who would be able to read a poneglyph. That makes a lot of sense. That does. That really, really does. And then, I don't know. It could also be like just someone who has a burn scar who's a Third Eye tribe. Because we do know Third Eyes can read poneglyphs for some reason. I don't remember if it was explained correctly. Obviously Big Mom has, obviously Pudding, who's half third eye, and she hasn't awakened into her powers yet. But someone who, well, we don't really know much about the third eye tribe, so could be interesting to finally see a full third eye tribe or anything. That would be interesting to see. But yeah, I don't know who else could it be. I did hear some people thinking it's a Scopper Gabon, which I think that's like a fair enough assessment, right? Yeah. Because like looking for one of Roger's crew who has seen the One Piece, and they're talking about someone for the race for the One Piece. I think that would be fair. I mean, a lot of time has obviously passed since between, this disbandment of the Roger crew to where we are right now in the story. So who knows? Maybe Scopper Gabon could got a flame scar. Maybe it could be any of one of the other Rogers crews. I don't know. It's just it's a mystery that we'll have to find out in the future. Ooh, yeah. It's just something that you have to be curious and wondering. But yeah, I don't know. I really can't think of anyone else off the top of my head. I definitely do think it's a new character. That's all I can give. And I forgot to mention another reason why I think it makes a lot of sense for it to be another survivor of Valhalla. Because Robin is naturally curious. Like, because I don't know if they're, because I mean, Robin's always curious, but her having a certain intrigue in it does put a lot of hints towards that. So, yeah, next up, let's talk about the Quasegildo, where they're issuing bounties to Marines. Ooh, that is very, very interesting. So, remember, I think it was like 1 or 2 chapters ago where we found the revelation that's like, okay, look, the whole world has changed. We're not just going after all these warlords. We also got to deal with all these new revolutionary, all these kingdoms that... Back with that jump cut because my camera decided to just stop recording for some reason. Back to what I was saying. The Marines now not just deal with all the new warlords and everything, and the new Yonko that have changed hands, and just as pirates and all these new revolutions that are happening in these kingdoms. Not just that, they gotta deal with the threat of obviously bounty hunters or even regular civilians turning on the Marines' head, because obviously I think obviously the revolutionary has faced off Marines before, but not in a way as here bounties target specific Marines' heads. So with these bounty hunters, they're targeting specific Marines' heads and everything, and I know people can start guessing, ooh, what could Akaino's bounty be? Kobe's, whatever other Marine you can think of in the series, they get a bounty. We don't see actually any numbers, but from the looks of it, we get a star system and a crown. So, I don't know. Maybe it works like the same thing it did in Dressrosa, where depending on how many stars you have, determines how much your bounty is. Like 1 star could be, I don't know, like 100,000 or something. I mean, I really don't know how this system exactly works, but either way, just the Marines having bounties. Because, like, think about it. 1, if you're a pirate, you obviously can't go after bounties and, like, just turn them into the Marines, because they'll obviously turn your ass in too. But if you're a pirate, you could just get those Marines and get the money from the bounties. And think about if you're a bounty hunter, you're thinking, which way should I go? Should I go for the bounties? Should I go for the bounty for the Marines? Or for the pirates? They can choose and select and everything. And, oh god, yeah. Just, it is very interesting. And obviously, I don't think, bounty hunters are going to become, have a bigger role in this story. Which I would be okay with. Which, awesome. I was watching recently with some of my friends who haven't caught up with One Piece, and They were with the, I forgot what's the arc called, but the arc in between Zoe and Dressrosa, that filler arc, and they have bounty hunters. It's like, the weird thing I do notice with a lot of these filler arcs, they include bounty hunters, which I guess that makes sense. And also, they have like a lot of just heat-based devil fruits slash, okay, look, we need to have some kind of fire ability, so let's come up with devil fruits that include fire abilities within them. So yeah, I don't know, I find that kind of weird, but yeah, I don't think Marines, bounty hunters are going to be a big part of the story. Honestly, I would be fine if bounty hunters become a bigger part of this story because of that. I would be interested. But yeah, they both have a target on it. And also, how much Buggy get all that damn money? Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, Captain Jean's treasure, Buggy's delivery service, maybe he's just, figuring out how to capitalize getting a lot of money. And he's like, you know what, freaking Marines, you want to go after me now? You want to go after me now? Well, let me clap that back on you. How about, I got some bounties to go after you. Go after you, huh? Yeah? I mean, honestly, that's probably Buggy's idea for this, which, as I said earlier, I think Mihawk, he's just joining up like, dude, look, I'm tired of every, 5 minutes, some stupid Marines showing up to take me in, and I have to slash them. I just want some relaxation time, okay? And Crocodile, I mean, I'm sure he's pulling most of the strings, and I was very interested in Crocodile, seeing what he's doing in the New World, because we haven't seen them, well, technically, we have seen them during the time skip. I forgot which bounty, but we definitely saw him during one of Luffy's bounties, just sitting in a non-specific room reacting to Luffy's new bounty. But yeah, I'm really curious what the hell Crocodile is doing, because I'm always interested in whatever Crocodile does. I'm always interested. But yeah, I guess that's enough about that. Oh yeah, I should talk about that theory. So, okay, for the theory on the islands that the next the Straw Hat, Law, and Kid pirates are going into. So, from what I can understand, this is based off of a map that came out with about the One Piece world, a guidebook or whatever. So basically, how's it going to go is Law is going to Elbath, Kid is going to the what's the island called? I forgot, but Blackbeard, the pirate island, Blackbeard's home base, the Honeycomb Island, whatever it's called, Blackbeard's home base right now. And then for Luffy, he will be going to Sphinx Island. I mean, not to say I would be against with them going there, but one, I think that guidebook was just to put okay, look, here's all the New World locations. Here's just a guesstimate on where they are in the New World. But I don't think. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't think this is what Oda is actually going to do. I would be perfectly fine and cool if Oda actually put this out. Yeah, this is where the Straw Hats are going to go to next. But I just don't think it's an indication. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it would be an important island. Maybe it's an island we never heard of. Honestly, I would be fine with if it's just some random island in a new world we haven't, heard of, not pointing us into another direction. Because this is the first time in a long time in One Piece we're kind of just aiming, well, I wouldn't say aimlessly, but just kind of, no obvious direction other than to go forward down the Grand Line. It's just been a really long time since we had anything like that. So I think that's what it's going to be. I definitely do think it's interesting. I would be fine with it. Honestly, actually, I'm thinking about it. If that is the islands that everyone's actually going to, I don't know about Law, but for Luffy, he's going to Sphinx Island, and probably Marco's, I don't know, maybe already there or heading there, and they can meet up with Marco, and he's like, okay, listen, I know you're looking for the One Base. I could give you a hint to where the rope cliff is at. The last one. He could probably do something like that, so it'll be interesting. And Kid, you know, he would think it would meet Blackbeard, but I think it's actually a fair enough chance that Blackbeard might not even be on the island, because, you know, he's already making... We already know Blackbeard's making his moves and everything, so he could be off the island by the time he reaches there. So, yeah, there's that. Ooh, yeah, but I just like to think they're just going to random islands, no-name islands we haven't heard of yet. What's that do shit faster? Yeah. Which, okay. Oh, it's time. I have to give out my full opinions about Carrot. If I can be honest about Carrot, if you guys know me, have seen some of my videos, I for the longest time saying like, yeah, you know, I think I'm just joining the crew, but you know what would be cool if Carrot and Yamato both were to be the next Straw Hats? Man, that would be so awesome and everything. And I'm sorry to say this, but I just don't think that's what's happening here. I think more than anything, one of the things this chapter wants to pull out on us is like, look, okay, we're here to finish our speculations. Who's joining the Straw Hats? Not Carrot, not Otama, because they were a pretty big contenders for a long time. And while I'm not the biggest fan of Otama joining the Straw Hats, I get why people, you know, were thinking and thought why that might happen. But yeah, I just... Carrot, even though I love Carrot as a character, I don't want to say this, but Carrot's not joining the Straw Hats. She's not. She's just not joining the Straw Hats. And look, I could be that guy, and I could be that guy giving the reason like, well, Carrot hasn't said yes or agreed to anything. Yeah, and even Carrot, who actually makes a good point that she probably wouldn't be that good of a leader to freaking lead Zoe as king or queen, or I guess actually a better term would be Duchess. Ooh. But yeah, either way, Carrot makes a good point that, yeah, it's just Shillian or Wanda probably be better leaders than Carrot, but whatever, Carrot's probably going to be the leader. And look, I just don't think it's going to happen. And even though I think there is still a possibility where Carrot just kind of, we go next chapter, the Straw Hats leave and everything, and Carrot shows up in a barrel or something, or as a stowaway. Even though I would like that. I would love that. Honestly, you know what? I'll just say this right now. If that actually does happen, or if Carrot in like the next, I don't know, for a good chance, 3 chapters? Yeah. If in the next 3 chapters, Carrot shows up on the crew, officially joining the crew or whatever, I'll make a straight up Carrot video. Honestly, I probably should have done that a long time. Carrot's one of my favorite characters in One Piece. I love Carrot and everything, but I don't think that's happening. There's still a chance, but even though I know it's time to give up, I don't think it's happening. I would love to be wrong, but I don't think it's happening. Yeah, and also, Otama's not joining the crew and everything. Yeah, sorry, Otama. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Also, speaking of that, since Shinobu's looking quite sexy, I don't know why, but the freaking runaway warlords and a couple of other people I've heard are thinking that freaking Raizo, like, I don't know, next chapter or whatever, he's going to show up, he's going to turn to be Mr. Chad Boy. He's going to show up to be all Chad and everything. I mean, I don't think so. I think what's probably going to happen with Raizo, he's going to look younger, maybe? Actually, I don't know. He's kind of always looked the same, or at least have the same body type, but always. So I don't know. I don't freaking think Raizo's just going to show up, be all Mr. Chad or whatever. But yeah, actually, you know what? I'll just say this right here, right now, since we're talking about this. Momonosuke and Kinemon, I think what's going to happen is they're going to do that thing where they're just about to miss Luffy leaving, and they'll be like, we'll miss you guys, and we'll say our goodbyes, but just at like the last second, which speaking of that, we got, of course, Yamato, and obviously, I think they're going to try to do the same thing. Yamato's probably going to do the same thing and, like, just barely miss them with Yamato, like, I don't know, forget holding on a chain or whatever, or just they really want to do that Odin parallel. That's what I'm saying. The Odin parallel. That's the big thing that they're trying to go for. But yeah, there's with that. Yeah, you know, honestly, I really did like that nice moment with you know, Suru and Kanemon. You know, him being happy. Even all these years, she still is beautiful. Oh, that's a really nice relationship. I mean, honestly, it's always nice to see these already characters who are already in a relationship and, you know, them having a nice, lovable relationship that doesn't end in tragedy. And even though that she got a burn on her face, she's still good. She's still okay. And no matter what, she's still as beautiful. But, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I think that's really all I gotta say about this chapter here. You know, oh yeah, Otama's trying to be a ninja, learning some ninjutsu. Yeah. I guess that's really it. I don't really have much else to say. Yeah, about this chapter, but I mean, okay, I will say this. I got it totally right that. Well, we'll have to see next chapter, because last chapter I think I said something along the lines of like, okay, what probably next chapter is going to be is, you know, everyone preparing to leave, and then the chapter after that is, you know, the Straw Hats actually leaving, officially ending Wano. And, well, I feel like people could say this is the end of Wano, but I think next chapter is going to be the official end of Wano, and everyone's left. Yamato joins the crew, and maybe Kara, but I don't want to break my hopes and dreams. She's not joining the crew. I would love to be wrong. But just, you know. But yeah, next chapter review, we'll see if I'm right as shit, wrong as hell. You know what? I'll be omitting probably after next chapter review, because that'll probably be the official end Wano. I want to do, like, I guess, initial thoughts on everything without rereading, because I do think One Piece, not Wano, but I do think One Piece arcs are better if you read them, you know, in a bulk instead of week to week. It's not how it's designed, and obviously a lot of people were fatigued by this point in Wano, because, like, dude, freaking God, we've been in, like, what, 5+ years? Because it started in, you know what, give me a minute, let me look up, at least, let me look up this, One Piece, Wano Arc, what do you have to tell me, One Piece Wiki, Wano Arc, from the manga, it started sometime in 2018. So let's count this out. It's 2022. So 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Damn. Been freaking in in like 4 years. I don't know when exactly we first came into Wano in 2018. But yeah, we're like almost 5 years into Wano. Like, it's just crazy to think. Wano, we've been in here for 4 years. It's the longest running arc in One Piece currently. I'm going to say this. I don't think Wano, there's no other arc going to beat Wano with length. And to be fair, it kind of makes sense with Wano since we have multiple acts and everything. But I think this is truly the last big arc. I think we might get, you know, a couple of arcs somewhere in between Zou and, like, Whole Cake Island length, since this is the start of the final saga. I mean, we're technically in the start of the final saga. I guess post-Wano chapters are the start of the final saga, but either way, we're starting the final saga. We got things to do, and if Oda really wants to end this in 3 years, I don't think that's happening. But I will tell you, One Piece is ending this decade. I do not think One Piece will go in 2030. Maybe the anime, but at least the manga, it's ending this decade. It's not going to be lasting much longer and stuff. At least the original manga and everything, but either way, just makes me excited for the future. We've been here for like, what, 4 years? 4 years. Just, man, we've been here for just a long time. It's just crazy. One Piece, just so long. But yeah, I don't know. What should I say to end this video? I don't know. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, also check out my videos with the Runaway Warlords. I do actually have a unboxing video coming up that is Earthbound related. And actually, you know what? I decided just now I'm going to film something later that is Bleach related. You'll see why. But yeah, can't wait for that. But yeah, freaking One Piece is almost over. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time when when we finally leave Wano and we go to see the rest of the new world. See you later. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. God, it's just crazy to think. One Piece is almost over. We're finally in the final saga. Well, obviously One Piece Film Red won't be the last One Piece movie. I think we still got a good amount of One Piece movies to go along and everything. So yeah, everyone's excited about that. I still can't wait to see it. Actually, just the other day, I just got Live A Live. I only played like just a little bit of it, but it feels like a fun enough RPG because, like, I know it's Live A Live, or Live A Live, or whatever you like to say. It's one of those classic JRPGs that never came into America, and it looks so much like Chrono Trigger and everything. And finally playing it. Actually, I don't know. That was one of the Japanese only games I've heard of and never played. I mean, I played Mother 3 through totally legal reasons. But yeah. Continuing on. But yeah, seems like a fun enough game. I'll have to see in the future how much fun I have with it. Actually, I know right now, my friends, the people I said that are watching One Piece, they're right now in Zou, at least in the anime. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. They're a little bit. Well, I think that they said they're just watching the dub for now, and they're literally like they're at Zou last time I checked with them, and they're almost to Whole Cake Island, and I think they're basically almost catched up with the dub because last time I checked with the dub update, they announced the English VA for Katakuri. I forgot his name, but it's the guy who voices Legoshi and freaking God damn it! I was just talking about the series earlier, but yeah, it was God, why can't I remember its name? I literally was talking about this earlier, but whatever. That series that I still haven't watched. I need to get to watching that or reading the manga. That's probably what I need to do. But yeah, there's two that. But yeah, well, actually, speaking of that, have you guys seen the clips of the German VA for Concrete? Holy fucking shit, he's so badass, man. Like, Jesus Christ. I think well, I don't know if he is badass, but he just sounds like the most badass person. Like, even though I'm listening to a clip of him, I'm like, God damn it. I don't understand shit what he's saying, but it's intimidating as fuck. Way more intimidating than the Japanese or the English or whatever other countries' VAs. Well, actually, I haven't heard the English VA yet, but I'll just hear about that in the future. But oh my god, either way, I'm just anticipated and somewhat excited about all these plans with One Piece, all these animes and whatnot. The end of One Piece is coming out soon. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll see you guys next time when I'm done sitting in my room playing JRPGs, because I love to play JRPGs. Which if you guys know any good JRPGs, just please comment down below and recommend me some good ones. Yeah. And also Crunchyroll, possibly invite me to see the English premiere of One Piece Film Red. Can't wait to see it. I'll try not to be spoiled guy. I hope no one's spoiled. Well, I don't really care. I do know some of my other friends might care, but I don't really care. See ya.